You heard me.
You heard me.
Welcome to You Heard Me the First Time podcast. My name is Minnie.
I'm Nikki Nicole.
And Lizzie.
And welcome back to another episode.
Pew, 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 pew. Budget hits Friday.
So let's get right into it. So you heard me the first time. Beyoncé is coming out with the album in July. Get your coins ready. But I get so excited whenever Beyoncé comes out. It's like, I need a concert. I need something. I need everything this time around. Like,
it's a momentous occasion when the queen arises. Okay, the queen
is here. The queen said,
I heard she's doing pop-up shows in Europe, like pop-up concerts.
Oh wow,
that's what I
got my passport.
Oh, okay. You spend coins.
I'm so excited. Like, she hasn't been, with the whole pandemic and stuff, but yes, I'm excited. Yeah. So you wanted to say something, Lizzie?
That's it. Sorry.
So let's talk about it. Wendy Williams show has came to an end this Friday. And a lot of people are speaking out because she wasn't even at the closing of her own show. Lizzie, what are your thoughts?
First off, I was a Wendy Williams fan at the beginning of the show, and eventually, I did stop kind of liking her or whatnot, but it's still very, very disrespectful. Like the fact that she literally started this show from ground up. I think that the producers and etc. should have had enough respect to bring her back to the show and honor her and show her respect. It's literally her name on the show. And that also just shows you how, like, sometimes you have to be careful with contracts and stuff that you sign, because a lot of these celebrities, and I'm sure she's not the only one, like, they don't even own their own name. And that's absolutely crazy to me. And that because of that, it allowed her to be disrespected to the point where she wasn't invited to end her own talk show. So I think it was very distasteful for the network to do that. And I definitely wasn't for that one.
Yeah.
Well, let me understand, because I only saw the post where it says, I forgot what the post said, but only saw the post. So they had a whole show ending, like,
there's no more technically right now.
Mm-hmm. I'm saying they aired the last episode saying that this is the last show.
Yeah.
And
Wendy Williams, the grand finale. The Wendy Williams show is officially over.
And she was not invited to end her own show, but I'm sure she's probably working on the back end to get another talk show or some type of show. But the fact that they would sit there and do that and not include her, I think that was really distasteful.
But with her health, like, being a major factor of why she wasn't able to be on her show, you don't think, like, she should be more focused on her health right now? Because you said it was very disrespectful or whatever, and I agree. Like, it was a disrespect, but at the end of the day, you don't think her health issues was a major concern?
I think something such as, like, something being pre-recorded, because she still has some type of mental capacity where she could have probably did a pre-recorded video saying thank you to her audience and her fan base. But I think she should have in some way been a part of the ending of the show.
Yeah, she has recently made public appearances and went to, like, parties and stuff, so she seems like she's in enough mental capacity to be around people, or to like Nikki said, to pre-record something if they didn't feel comfortable enough with her being on the actual set. And like I said, I didn't watch the last episode, but, like, maybe pay some big homage to her where she's involved in it. But to completely exclude the person that started the show, I think it's disrespectful, no matter what mental capacity, because she wanted to be a part of it. And she's still saying that she plans on coming back and having another talk show. She's saying the Wendy Williams show will be back. So because of those words are coming out of her mouth, she wants to work. And the fact that they excluded her, I didn't like that.
It's a lot probably behind the scenes, more about her mental and physical health that maybe we're not privy to. and she's able to make videos saying that she's okay, but maybe it's more to the story. I don't know. I just feel like maybe something should have been done where she was involved. So God willing, her health, changes, and there's a miracle that she's able to look back and, have that a part of her legacy.
And I'm sorry, one more thing too, like, or even like, I know she's close with her son. So even if it was something where it's maybe extend the invitation to her son.
That's a good idea.
Or something, but to sit there and not include her or whatnot, I think it was, like even have her son be a guest host, or once again, have something pre-recorded. But you have to pay homage to the person that literally started this. And and at the end of the day, you can't take away that Wendy Williams is a pioneer in radio and in television. She earned that respect.
And honestly, I feel like we just don't know the background information. Like, I feel like because we don't know the background, we can't really judge, because who are we to say they didn't invite them, or they didn't try to come up with an idea where she can be involved in the show or whatever. And for whatever reason, she was unable to, they had to unfortunately move on to try to end the show, because the show is coming to an end, and no one knows when she will be able to return or whatever. So it's just like, we just don't know what happened in the background for them to come forward and do the grand finale without her. That's
but the husband, if I'm not mistaken, the husband and Wendy Williams has came out and publicly said, like, she was not invited on the show. It wasn't something like she didn't want to be on the show.
The whole thing. So
it wasn't. They made it, from my understanding, they made it clear that it wasn't something where she didn't want to be, or she's like, no, I don't want to be a part of this show no more. She was literally uninvited to, I'm not gonna say uninvited, she was just never invited to end out her own talk show.
Oh, okay.
Absolutely. And I also listened to Hollywood Unlocked. Jason Lee, he's a really good friend of Wendy Williams, and he said that they had a conversation and there was no invite. He even offered to host the show, and they said to him that he didn't have a big enough audience in order to host the show, even though him and Wendy Williams has a really, really good relationship. So it's like Lizzie said in the beginning, like, people can use your likeness, they can use your name because you signed a contract. And yeah, so hopefully, prayers to Wendy Williams, and she's able to either do a podcast or come back to her listeners in some type of capacity.
Yeah, I'm praying for her health. I pray that she's able to come back 100%, not just half of her. Just take care of yourself right now.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's get into our main topic. We are talking about ghosting, and I know that can be a trigger for some people. Now, Benny, if you've been talking to this guy, he tried to get your number, you thought you like him, and you went on a date and you wasn't feeling him, are you ghosting him? Have you ever ghosted somebody?
Yes, child. Listen, when I was on that spree where, like, okay, I'm just dating or whatever, and it's just like, you first get back into the dating world, you be like, some of these niggas are lame. Like, what? This is what's out here. This is the potential that we have. And I remember, like, specifically this one guy, I ghosted him because we was at the restaurant and we got our food and everything, and he was like, oh, can you pay? No, that's not what happened. Okay, hold on. Call me shallow, right? Call me shallow. I don't care. This is what happened. Okay, so we were finished eating, and he pulled out a gift card to pay for the meal.
I remember the story.
And I ghosted him because I was just like, it's the first date. And it's just like, now thinking back, like, okay, maybe, but back then I'm like, did you just pull out a gift card? Like, we went to, I forgot what restaurant, but it wasn't even like a high, like a high maintenance restaurant. It was like a chill, and he pulled out a gift card, and I just like, okay, like, yeah, that's it. So I stopped talking to him, and I tell you no lie, I think it was the best decision I made, because the next day he must have called me like 20 times, back to back. I had to block him. I'm like, this is an obsessive behavior, and I'm just like, yeah, no, I can't talk to you.
So but, you said maybe today. So if a guy was to take you out on a date today, and he was to pay with the gift card, you wouldn't be
I was trying
taken back by that.
I was trying to
I'm sorry. I agree with Nene on this.
I was trying to be nice when I said that. Like, not the first date. A gift
Not
card,
the first date.
not the first date. You pulled out and it's the gift card for the restaurant too. Like, not even, like, like a preloaded gift card. Like, there's $50. It's the actual card for the restaurant. Like, sir.
Let me tell y'all my story. Call me shallow too. So this guy, we talked or whatever, and he's like texting me, and then he's like, okay, where do you want to go out on the date? Right? So I'm like, okay, what now? He gave me a restaurant, and I kind of ghosted him the first time, but then he came back to try to replan something else. And it was like, and he literally sent me the Groupon link to where the date was. Are you dumb or stupid? No. After that, it was a done deal. You're not going to sit there and Groupon or discount me. I'm sorry. No.
And that's what I'm saying. It's just like, it goes back to like, if you're not able to afford being in a relationship, because, being in a relationship, it is costly. Like, just don't do it. Just don't. A Groupon link?
And no. At least.
Hold on. Nikki, you tell me. A guy pulls out a freaking gift card. What are you doing?
I was just about to say, let's play devil's advocate, right? So you just met this person maybe a weekend ago or a few days. Y'all talk once or twice over the phone and y'all just decided to meet up. Is he supposed to spend top dollar on you without even knowing if you're worth it? Like,
I'm not saying to spend top dollars on me. Like I
said, don't
discount me.
Like I said, the restaurant wasn't even a high maintenance restaurant, but it's not like we was at Salt 7 or something. Like it wasn't TGI Friday, but it was like a TGI Friday. It was just like
Cheddar's.
It was Cheddar's. Yes, that's what it was. It was Cheddar's. That's exactly what that's what I'm saying. It wasn't like a high maintenance. Okay, let me not say that. Cheddar's is a very nice restaurant or whatever. But to me, I see it as a TGI Friday.
So it's a casual restaurant.
It's a very casual restaurant.
That's the word it's a casual restaurant. So I was really taken back for him to pull out a gift card. Like, come on, like,
no.
I'm not expecting you to spend top dollars. I don't want you to spend top dollars or whatever. But not a gift card or a Groupon link.
Honestly, if he wants to use a Groupon, honestly, I wouldn't have a problem with a Groupon.
Oh,
I wouldn't.
So answer the question: the gift card. Are you shallow?
That's a good question. I don't know. I think I'll probably.
You ghosting. You will feel some kind of way. Ladies, answer this question, okay? Are you ghosting a man if he pulls out a gift card the first date, the very first date? Are you ghosting a man?
Playing devil's advocate too. Like, I understand, you might want to save your coin. There's nothing wrong with doing that. And my scenario is, then you should have just told me what the date was. I did not have to know that you were getting it on a discounted rate. Like, that wasn't for me. That was too much information. You could have just said, okay, be here at blah, blah, blah time. And then maybe I would have agreed to it. But the fact that you literally said that they sent me a Groupon link, like I said, you're not gonna discount.
Probably like, I'm gonna let
and even at a restaurant now. Even at a restaurant, like if you're paying with a gift card, then like let's sneak and do it. Put your credit card on top of it. Like wait till I go to the restroom, something, but don't.
What if the waiter comes back and be like, "Oh, you have a balance of $20 on the gift card"?
And my y'all, he was doing calculations in his head. When the bill came, he was like, "Okay, I could use the gift card." Like, come on, like. I had to ghost him.
I agree with you.
So my ghosting story is, first of all, I didn't want to go out with this guy, but anyway, upon my best judgment, I went out. We went to the movies, and he had dreadlocks, and I could smell his hair the entire movie. Like, like that dirty dandruff hair. I can literally, I can smell his hair the whole time. After that, I had to ghost him. It was such a turn off that, like, I can smell you.
I done did a lot of ghosting. I ghosted a guy. We were oh my God, this guy, I really liked this guy. Like, I really liked him. And I had even, like, because he was like DMing me a lot or whatever, and I was just like, I think I told the story like, oh, Snapchat killed my battery, let me get your number or whatever. So I even took the initiative or whatever. So after a couple of weeks or whatever, he was like, oh, come by my house. Okay, I'm sliding or whatever. And the bed there was dirt on the bed, literally like dirt. Like, sir, you knew I was coming. Why wouldn't you at least run? And then he tried to hug. I'm like, yeah, it's time for me to go. It's time.
I actually ghosted this guy. We was friends in high school, and then he came back from college, and I went to go see him, and he was telling me like how his college experience was. And he said one time somebody actually laced his weed with crack, and he was addicted to crack for like 2 years. That was a turn. I had to ghost him for that. Am I wrong?
No, you ain't wrong. You don't want to be the reason why he started doing it again. Like, this bitch done made me mad.
She stressed me the fuck out. Gotta hit that pipe.
Like, oh, you was a crackhead? Sir, no.
Sir, you was on crack? No, that is,
No.
Now, Lizzie, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say I had a similar dreadlock story, and that literally like traumatized me to the point where like I don't even want to talk to a guy with dreads.
Hold on, my man got dreads.
No, I understand. I'm taking.
What is she gonna do here?
No. This is for me personally. I don't want somebody with dreads because, like I said, I've been traumatized. Like I was sitting there talking to a guy, this and that, and then like went in for a hug. And all you could smell is that dirty, like, yeah. It was enough for me.
I think hygiene, period, is extremely important. I should not smell an odor on you, especially if we're out at dinner or, you know, whatever. It's not like I'm coming to your house and you're like, hey, let me take a quick shower or whatever. Like, we're out in public. Like, you should be putting your best foot forward. And I can smell you, sir. No.
Yeah, that's my thing. Like, so you don't. Like, how do you value me? You didn't think, like, you thought it was okay to smell like this or look like this on the first date? Like, come on, like, you knew, it's not like you didn't know I was coming. You knew I was coming to the date. Sir.
You know I'm here.
You know I'm here.
And I think he had weave in his extensions.
And his dreads, oh God.
Yeah.
And his locks.
In his locks.
That's the new term, sorry.
Yes,
I think you can't say dreads anymore, actually.
Really? Is that derogatory?
Yeah, you're supposed to call them locks.
Child.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get the dictionary to keep up.
So Lizzie, has anybody ever ghosted you? Have you been feeling a guy? You know, you waiting for that call or that text, and it's like, oh.
I would say yes, but it's kind of like the spin the block moment. So
they always do.
So it's kind of like they'll go like an extended period of time. And I'm like, okay, I didn't hear from this person for a while, and then like I'm type of person, I'm not gonna double text. So it's like, okay, you stay over there, you doing what you doing, and then it's kind of like once some time comes, you get that hey big head text message or something like that. I think that has been my like experience with me being ghosted, I would say.
Minnie?
I'm pretty sure I've been ghosted. Yeah. I've been ghosted a few times or whatever. A lot. But sometimes I didn't want to be ghosted. Like I would try to do something to make them like, oh, I don't like this girl, so I can ghost. Like, you know, you're trying to be nice and like, okay, I don't want to be the mean person and ghost them. So I'm gonna act weird. So they'll be like, oh, I'm not.
You acting weird to me.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just ghost. Like, I've done that before. Like, just act weird so they.
Oh, you such a nigga. That's a nigga move. Like, he too scared to break up with you or, you know, hurt your feelings, so he start acting like a nigga so you can break up with him.
Yeah, but like, you know, some guys are generally like, they're so sweet and so nice. You're just like, damn, like I feel bad for like stop talking to them. So I'm gonna be weird. Why you be weird? I'm gonna start doing weird shit. Like, yeah, and then, you know, I'll still act like I like them, and I'll be like, damn, so you ain't fucking with me?
Not acting like you still like them.
Oh, you. Oh.
That's toxic.
Told me though. That's told me. But it used to work because then they feel like, oh, I ghosted her. I ghosted a bad bitch. You right? You sure enough did.
Oh, you an F boy. And then
In
you
your
go,
past life.
What about you?
Wait, I
Just
have a
like
quick
Lizzie-
story time. I got a
Go
quick
ahead.
story time. So one time I was talking to this guy or whatnot. It was like on and off for a while. And then I noticed that it was a very extended period of time that he didn't talk to me. And I'm gonna tell y'all straight up, I checked the Instagram. Like until I'm over you, I'm checking Facebook, Instagram. It makes me feel better. And then I'm like, okay, we were just cool the other day. And then I looked, and literally a month later, he had a baby. I was like, oh, it took it. Like, I wanted to just DM the baby
you
mama.
shouldn't feel bad because like it's really not you.
No, I didn't feel bad at all. I was gonna DM the baby mama and be like, I was with your baby daddy the last night. Like,
don't be one of those.
In that situation, I think it's okay to be one of those. Like in any other situations, move in grace. But if you literally have a baby on the way and you're cheating on your baby mama,
well, how you know they was together? They probably was on a break, you know.
No, they was together. It was just like that was the. I was like, no, I'm gonna leave it alone. I moved with grace on that one, but that was the first time I was like, you know what? I should just blow up your whole spot. But
at the end of the day, most times you do that, and she gonna end up back with him. She's gonna have to leave when she finds out what he doing and when she ready to leave.
Yeah, I don't want no bitch started in my DMs about my.
Yeah, don't come to me as a woman. I don't care.
Don't come to me as a woman because I'm gonna show up with my man as a couple.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, if he out there, you know, moving crazy, I'm gonna find out, and then it's my choice to leave or stay. Do not come to me as a woman.
Because do you feel like, do they really have good intentions when they do that? Like, if you had said, did you really have good intentions for her, or was it for you? Would it have been?
It was like it was.
You said to blow up his spot.
Exactly.
I said I could have blown up his spot.
It wasn't even for me. Like,
no. It was for. Honestly, it was for a level of disgust. I honestly felt disgusted by him because it was like to literally sit there. Your baby mom was like 9 months pregnant, like 8 months pregnant.
That's when they.
And why add on to her stress?
And I think that's what logically probably stopped me from doing it. I'm like, you know what? This lady just had a whole child. You don't know what mothers go through. This and that. And I think that's what probably like made me chill out. So I'm just gonna, play it cool, let her live her best life. With her man.
She'll find out. What's in the closet will always come out.
I'm sure I was one of many. Okay. Sure, I was one of many.
Exactly. But yeah, don't slide in my DM. Do not. What about being ghosted by someone that you actually like? Like someone that you really like care for and they ghosted you.
That actually happened to me, but I got mad at him and I told him, don't hit me up no more. But I didn't mean it. It was like, it was doing an argument. I'm like, niggas, don't call or text me no more. I ain't never hear from him. I ain't mean it. I didn't mean it. When I said that, you supposed to be like, what did I do?
I need the fellas to read the room. Okay, you have to understand when we really mean we're done.
But he didn't want nothing. He just wanted some, you know what? He didn't really want nothing.
It happened to me twice, right? So the first time it happened to me, it was this guy that I really liked. He was really cool or whatever. And something happened. So I did the same thing, like, nigga, don't fuck with me or whatever. So he literally stopped fucking with me. So tell me why. So in my head, I'm like, okay, well, I want him to remember me so he could probably text me or something like that. So what I did was I acted like I butt dialed him. So I called and didn't say anything, like doing like shuffling on the phone. So he could probably text me and be like, hey, you called me?
As an excuse.
That sound hurt.
So I thought in my head, like, okay, he'll be like, hey, you called me by accident or what, it said something. This bitch did not take. I was so hurt. I was like, damn, well, I would never try that butt dog shit.
It really do be that hurt when they actually are done. Like, nigga, you're never supposed to be done, okay? You're supposed to always spin the block, okay?
Yeah. And I've been ghosted by my current boyfriend in our talking stage. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, he goes. I can't remember why he ghosted me, but he ghosted me, and we had stopped talking. And
tell that story. So once he ghosted you, how did you guys reconnect? Did you have to, watch his story on Instagram? And how was that reconnection?
You know what it was? I had it was a Facebook post that his homeboy posted, and I laughed at it. His homeboy had tagged him in it. It was a Facebook post, and his homeboy tagged him in it, and I laughed at it or whatever. And the next day, he texted me talking about, oh, what was so funny on the Facebook post? So, nigga, you do remember me.
Yeah.
You do remember my fucking number or whatever. But I played it cool, and, I still liked him, so I continued the conversation.
Good decision.
I was like, that was pertaining to us. So I thought about you when I saw it or whatever. But I did for some time.
You got real game talk. I hear it all. Oh my God.
Yeah, I do. I got a little game or whatever. And I tested it the other day, helping my little sister talk to a guy. I was like, oh, you should say this or whatever. And she was like, oh, you're really good. I'm like, yes, my old days, my old pimping days.
Go off. So leading to that, are you guys taking guys back after they ghosted you? Meaning we know the answer.
If it's a good one.
Hello.
That's a good question. I feel like ghosting can be very harsh, especially depending on how long we were talking, if we've been intimate. Like if you just stopped talking to me without any reason, like, and I felt like we was going somewhere, probably not. But if it's in the beginning stage and, I'm like, okay, he probably wasn't feeling me or, whatever. Yeah, maybe we can spin the block. It just depends how far along in the talking stage that we're in. I feel like that's so hard. Like ghosting is like, don't call me, don't text me. You just disappear from the face of the earth.
Especially when they ignore your text message.
Yeah.
Or
I ain't never had that happen to me. Like if I text you, you better text me back.
Or like when they texting you and you could tell like, okay, he ain't feel like how they texting.
Absolutely.
Maybe like one word, that'd be harsh. Like damn, like I can really see that this nigga not fucking with me.
Yeah. That actually happened where I felt like it was going towards the end. I sent this nigga a paragraph. His response back was the okay emoji. Not even okay, just the okay emoji. After that, I stopped talking to him, period. But again, of course, he spun the block. But yeah, you can tell when it's coming to the end.
That hurt.
That hurt.
You sent a fucking paragraph. The time that I took, and you must have reread it like 10 times to make sure it sounded good. You added stuff, you took stuff out, and all he said was okay.
Now I want to fight your ass.
As I'm pulling up, that's all. I'm calling your phone. That's all you gotta fucking say? Okay. That's all you have to say is, oh, that's that. Ooh, PTSD. Trump, a little traumatized.
And let me tell you, because and that kind of recently, I want to say, happened where it was like talking to this guy or whatever. And then he I had called him one day and it was like very short. And y'all know how it is like when somebody just doesn't seem like they want to talk to you.
Yeah.
Oh, baby, you got one time with me. I said, okay, I'm going to call you back. Never called back. So, of course, they spin the block. So when he spent the block, now his whole attitude changed. I'm back to, hey, beautiful. Hey, no, now you can if you do something like that where like you kind of like short talk me, or I could feel like, you're not sure that you're interested. That is something you can't come from. Like, no, you could keep trying all you want to, but once you like short talk me, it's no coming back from that.
So do you think you should have to like explain why you don't want to talk to someone? If y'all just talking, y'all just in a talking stage or whatever, do you think it's a courtesy? Like I should give them the courtesy and tell them like, hey, I don't want to talk to you no more. I don't think it would hurt worse. Or them saying, hey, I don't want to talk to you no more.
The ghosting. Like, I need you to tell, at this age, I need you to tell me. I want to give you the courtesy, like, for whatever reason, if I'm not feeling you, I'm going to either text you and let you know, like, hey, you're a nice person. I just don't see this going anywhere. I'm going to need that. I need that. Because, no.
I don't think you're old. I don't think
the ghosting, you prefer the ghosting?
That. Yeah,
I prefer the ghosting.
Now you don't need to go elaborate like, hey, I don't like you, your ass too small for me, or da da da.
No, because if you feel like, oh, I don't see, if you say something like that, oh, I don't see it going anywhere, why? Why don't you see it going anywhere? Especially if I like
We're
you.
just not compatible.
Why are we not compatible?
I'm not going that far into it. So we're not compatible.
Ghosting. Like I prefer you to just ghost me. I don't want you to
until you get ghosted. You like this motherfucker.
I've been through it before, so I prefer you to ghost me than to tell me than to break up with me through with the talking during the talk.
I know you haven't been in the dating stage in a while, but I feel like the ghosting is probably a lot harsh. Like a nigga would take you on a trip, y'all come back and he ghosts your ass. Like
but then it's the same thing. Like y'all go out and y'all having a really good time, and you know you having a time of your life, and then he texts you. Can you imagine
rainbows and shit?
like you thinking like, okay, y'all connecting and having a good time, and he texts him like, yeah, this ain't gonna work out. It's gonna sting.
I feel like chemistry, you can just feel it. There's no way that you go on a date and you don't see that, okay, I can tell, you know, he was a bit quiet, or, you know, there was a lot of pauses, like we didn't click. Like, I don't feel like you're going to have a really good time and not know this person is not interested in you. Like,
I'm good at faking.
Oh,
we know. Obviously, I learned something new about you today.
I'm very good at faking the funk, okay? Very good.
I think the only time you owe somebody an explanation on why you don't want to talk to them is if you guys are in a committed relationship. If you are just talking, I'm so serious. I do not owe you an explanation. If I wake up one morning and I don't want to talk to you no more, then I have every right not to talk to you.
You're that person. You are that
I am. I really am.
That is hard.
I am that person. I do not owe you any explanation besides nothing. Unless, like I said, unless we're in a committed relationship, we agreed on it, then I have to go and tell you, okay, this is why it's not working for me or whatnot. But if we're not in a committed relationship, you're not getting none of that from me.
So even if you built, like, not even a friendship, but I guess,
a bond?
Yeah, like a bond, or you guys been talking for a few weeks, and for whatever reason, like, you know what, something just not clicking. You don't owe him that. Like, you just gonna be like, wake up one morning and that is so harsh.
It was cute while it lasted. I'm not explaining myself.
Well, y'all know my escape. I'm gonna start acting weird.
Oh,
I'm just gonna.
Do you think that's because you don't like? Is because you have communication issues that you just don't want to?
Me?
No, Lizzie.
I
guess both of y'all are trying to manipulate the situation.
I don't like, that is something about me. I don't like uncomfortable conversations. But honestly, vice versa. You don't owe me an explanation. Like, if you sit, like I said earlier, like if you sit there, you don't talk to me for a period of time, that is A-okay. Now, if you want to spin the block, now I have the right if I want to talk to you or not again. But I look at it the same way. You don't owe me any explanation if you need to take some time off, and vice versa. We don't have
I'm not even putting that in the universe. I don't want that.
We have no type of level of, like, to me, we have no commitment. So I can't expect anything from you. That's how you can't expect nothing from me either.
And, you know, it depends on the guy. If the guy is really sweet and he's like a really nice guy, but I'm just not feeling him, I'm gonna just start doing weird shit. But if he's an asshole, bitch, I'm telling your ass, like, nigga, I don't want to.
Yeah, that's two different things. Yeah.
Like, I don't want to. Like, I'm telling you straight up, like, nigga, I don't want to fuck with you. You're ugly. You're dirty. I'm just playing. I won't say all that. I won't say all that. But I would, like, if it's an asshole, I would tell him straight. But if it's a really sweet guy and it's just like I don't feel the connection or the bond, I feel bad. Like, it can be probably a communication issue. Like, nah, because I communicate the hell out of my relationship. But when it comes to that, it's just like it's an uncomfortable situation to be in. Like,
it's too much explaining. Like, no, I'm not.
It's not too much explaining. All you have to say, hey, you seem like a really nice person, but honestly, I don't see this going anywhere, and that's it.
Probably don't say. I don't like that. Hey, you're a really nice guy, but I'm really trying to focus on myself right now.
That's a lie. It's a lie.
It's not you. It's me.
And then if you know you end up in another relationship. Oh, I hate that term. it's not you, it's me. I hate that term.
Exactly. So now you're setting the expectation. Okay, she doesn't want to date me right now, but I can hit her up in a month or two and see where she's at in life. No.
That's why don't put no expectation. Just don't respond back.
Period. Oh, that no.
Listen, I had got an explanation from. We done been through it all. Any type of situation that happened, me and him been through it or whatever. But it was a time when we was talking and during our talking stage, and he said that to me like, "Oh, I don't want to date right now or whatever. It's not you, it's me." And then he came back and said, "Well, I don't want to use the term right now because I don't want you to think it will happen later." Oh, what?
No, nigga, we fighting. We fighting.
No, I would
prefer the audacity for me, but I respect your honesty because
ghost me. Don't tell me that.
No, don't ghost me. I'm sorry.
Sometimes communication could be too much.
Don't ghost me. Well, to each his own. So if you need our advice. If you need our advice, you can send us an email at UHeardMeDA.
That's important.
The first time at gmail.com. Again, that's UHeardMeDaFirstTime at gmail.com. Slide in our DMs, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Now let's get into it.
Hey ladies, I've been with my boyfriend for 5 years and I love him so much. During the pandemic, he stopped working out and since then he has gained 30 pounds. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to, I know I'm smiling, but I'm not laughing, okay?
Yeah, y'all gotta understand this about Minnie. She kind of...
Okay, and since then he has gained 30 pounds. I'm still attracted to him, but honestly the extra weight is not the sexiest. I tried preparing his meals and let him know it was time to lose a weight, but he rushes me off and says he will when he's ready. My fear is that he will continue to put his health on the back burner and gain weight. What should I do? That's a very good question. That's a very good question.
That is very good.
Who want to start first?
Because we all looking.
Honestly, it sounds like there's something going on with him. Like he made like something is going on that you're not aware of or whatever. Because like he could possibly be depressed but don't want to show you, and the only way he can release or help with his depression is eat. Like I feel like when I'm depressed, I'm an eater. Like I would eat, like eat or whatever. So before like even, babe, you need to lose weight, or you know, of course, health is major. Like I'm learning that as like the older I get or whatever, health is very important. I feel like before going there, like, oh, babe, you need to lose weight. Babe, what is wrong? Like, you know, this is new. Like, especially this is not who you've been with him for 5 years, and this is out of nowhere it's starting to happen. Something is going on that you don't know about. So probably try to figure that issue out first, and then tell him how you're concerned about his eating habits.
That's a good one, because like you said, if you're able to gauge what's causing him to either overeat or not want to go to the gym, once that is figured out, or you know, he's able to manage that better, that's going to allow him to be able to go back to his regular activities.
Right.
So yeah, that's a good one.
I would say like you can't rush somebody to a fitness journey or want to be healthy. It's something that he has to want to do, because it's not going to be something actually obtained, like long lasting for him. So I would just say like you don't want to rush it. I think she should just continue to support it, and maybe, I think she should just support it and keep like, and maybe she could, I don't know if she goes to the gym or not, but maybe like if she starts working out, or she starts going to the gym more, or she starts making healthier meals for them too. I think she did say she was, you know, meal prepping for them and stuff like that. Maybe if she takes the initiative and starts focusing more on her health, maybe he would then follow suit, but you can't rush somebody's fitness journey. So I would
I'm not supporting 2 years of bad eating habit and gaining 30 pounds every 2 years. I'm not. And that's what I'm saying.
She should lead the way. I'm not saying for her to just sit there and like let him keep doing it, but I think she should lead the way and support him. Nobody can make somebody do anything. So she could keep wanting it, and he's just gonna still 2 years is going to be 4 years, and he's just going to still not change until he actually wants to make that change for himself. You have to be self-motivated. So I just think she could just motivate herself, continue to motivate him, but yeah, and then maybe it'll work out. But I don't think putting pressure on somebody is a good way to help them start a fitness journey or to start working out more.
But like she said, it's been 2 years. So after a while, it's like, are you going to take the initiative and do something? But I think, like Minnie said, maybe talk to him again. And this time, remove the whole gym aspect or the gaining weight aspect and be like, hey, you know, I see this has not been happening, you know, after the pandemic, you haven't gone to the gym and this is happening. Is there something that's causing you to get to this point? And maybe there's something that you're not aware of or he hasn't spoken about in the relationship. But I feel like 2 years is a lot of grace. It's like a lot of grace to be like, okay, what's going on? Like, tell me what's going on, or get back into, you know, into your, a regular plan.
I definitely think she should dive in and try to see what's going on, but you still can't make somebody do something that they don't want to do. So he could
get your ass in the gym.
Lizzie's like, don't force me to work out. Don't tell me.
But like, you can't, honestly, you can't force anybody to work out because like, they'll just be doing it for you, and they'll probably do it for a month or two or maybe a week or two, and then they're going to stop. Like, if it's something, if the goal is for him to really be healthy, then he has to want it for himself. He obviously doesn't want it for himself at this time. True, she should see what's going on with him that's stopping and see if she can help that way. I completely agree with that. But at the end of the day, you can't force somebody to do nothing. He has to want it at the end of the day.
Of course, she's not going to force it. She can't make him do anything, but you can definitely continue to encourage your man to put his health first, his either mental health, which it seems to be at compromise right now due to the overeating, and his physical health. Because if this is the person that you want to spend the rest of your life with, or your life with right now, you definitely want the best for them. So if you see that's going down here, there's nothing wrong with either bringing that to his attention or trying to talk it out so he can come out of that slump. So
vice versa, how would y'all feel if your man tell you, like, babe, you gaining a little or whatever? How would you
I would only want somebody in my life that can tell me that. Like, if you're my partner, whether I want to hear it or not is two different things. But as long as you come with me with respect and grace and kindness, is not harsh, you're not down talking me, but you're trying to, help me up. I only want my partner to be able to come. I don't want you tippy-toeing around our relationship. Absolutely not.
Right.
That's just how I feel.
Yeah, you better tell me.
I agree. I would want my partner, if you feel like I'm slacking off, I would want you to tell me, but I feel like that's not everybody's perspective on that.
Yeah, so if you want our advice, you can send us an email at UHeardMeDA.
That's important.
firsttime@gmail.com. Again, that's UHeardMeDaFirstTime@gmail.com. Slide in our DMs on all social media platforms. Until next time, this is another episode of You Heard Me the First Time podcast.
My name is Minnie.
I'm Nikki Nicole.
And Lizzie. And